What up, YouTube? You back with your boy Checca. I know you guys hear this fan up in here. It's a little bit hot, but let me get right to it. This video is going to be about mixing a song, mixing an instrumental in Wavelab. So I open up the program. Let me open up the beat. Let me find the track I'm doing. I'm going to just mix one song, show you how to use this. First, let me find the track. I've already been working on this earlier, but oops. Find the track, wave, open up the wave. I believe it's track 7. Okay, the first thing you should do when you open it up, let me slide this out the way. This is my effects lab. Okay, once again, this is Wavelab. You see all that space in the front? You need to take that out. So now I slide him up, boom, delete that front, bam. Now I have the track queued up. Now I shall add the effects that I'm going to use to mix it with. I go here to my effects log, open up my VSTs, go into waves. Now the first thing I want to do is put in X Crackle. Once again, this is Wavelab. It's a very expensive program. I believe it costs about a G, but it's a must-have for mixing and mastering. Right now I'm mastering a track that I already done. So I open up X Crackle, then I go into load. I load in Extreme Crackle Reduction. No, excuse me. Open a preset. Oh no. I'm new. My boy, shout out to my boy Ravici. He blessed me with this program, so I won't have to, I won't have to just go to him every time to master my stuff. I'm learning to master myself. Okay, I go to Extreme Crackle Reduction. Boom. So now that preset is set in. I slide that on out the way. Now I go back to my effects. What did I say? My effects folders. Go into VST. Go into waves. Now as you see, you have a bunch of stuff that pops up. So I'm going to use the the Q8 paragraphic EQ. Open up that EQ. Okay, now I'll take that, slide that out the way, because it's really technically with this program it's over 1,000 different options. She told me how to use 3 to get the best results, so those are the 3 I'm going to use. Okay, now I go back into my effects side, open up channel 3 VST, excuse me, go into waves. Now I want to open up what's called a multi-maximizer. So now I'll open that up, and that just works so good. Now I'll go into load. On this one I load in, I go to profiles, and then I load in extreme analog. So that way the program does all the work for me. So now I play the track. So when you put in extreme analog, it's letting you, it has that old feel to it, but it gives it that analog flavor. And I grew up on 24-track analog. So now we play the track. So now I go into my maximizer and I start adjusting it. I'll pull down my mid-range a little bit. It's not a lot to do because the track sounds pretty much mixed already. So now I adjusted that. Now let me go into my EQ settings. Now I go into my EQ settings and I get the exact sound I want. You notice the tremble comes up, that's too much. I always end up taking level number, 8. I bring that down a little bit. Push this up. You always take your levels up to where it doesn't sound right, and then you pull them down. Pull them down. Pull them down, adjust them down. Okay, now that sounds really good and clear. If you look to the right, over here, it's not clipping. I want this to go all the way up to +3. I want my tracks to be loud, but main thing is no distortion. Okay, now I take this up. Take it all the way up, loud as I want it. Overcompensate, then bring it down. Bring it down. And you want to touch each one of these. A little adjustment. See how I added that bass? It's a little too much. Bring them down. Bring them down just a little. I like my tracks sounding fat, so I leave them bass. I leave a lot of bass heavy. So now, okay, that's all the adjustment pretty much I need. But now when you look here, if you look here, and this area is borderline redlining, which I want him up there dancing, but I don't want him to clip. I don't. And then this is, like I say, this is the X-Wave crackle. This takes out any of the noise and distortion. You must use this on every mix. Because see, once you use this, this takes out noise. See, the ear only can hear certain frequencies. This takes those frequencies you can't actually hear, but they're there. When you see me play the track, you'll see that red. This is what it's taking out. See this here? This is all distortion. That's all distortion that the ear can't hear. All of that is distortion. That's what the ear can't hear. But with this, it takes it out. Okay, now I play the track again. Now I'm looking here. I look here. This is up there. So I want to bring this down. I want to adjust this down some. Pulling that down. And that takes some of the EQ off. Just some of the volume off of the EQ. Take that down so it's not clipping here. But I want this as my master volume here. See right up in here? That's my master volume. I want that up. So I'll turn that up. See these red lights? No clipping. I want to take it up to +3 without clipping. Okay, there we go. Once again, I used the X Crackle. This is WaveLab, one of the best mastering programs you can use. WaveLab is the shit. Okay, now Waves X Crackle takes the noise reduction out. Any crackles, any kind of noise distortion that I can't hear with my ears, takes it out. My 8-band, this is a 8-band paragraphic EQ. This gives you that sound, man. This is it. This gives it to you. You got your treble, your mid-range. It gives you everything. It gives you every sound you want. And then your multi maximizer. I have it in mono. It's best to do stuff in mono. That way, when you play it through a stereo system, it sounds great. Now you see here, this is like the wave pattern. This gives you what you have, and you have all your presets here. I usually just adjust mine. My boy Ravici, he's so good. He adjusts them. You know, he's a white dude. They know this stuff. You know, I love white people. They alright. He's my boy. He taught me all this stuff. So here he adjusts his. He adjusts his by, you know, by the numbers. I'm not that good yet. I adjust mine by sound. So that all my levels of sound. The track sounds good. The bass sounds good. It's all good. So now I stop the track. Now I want to save it. So now you have to what you call render it. If you don't render it, you won't have the effects. The track will still be the same. So I go in right here where it says render. I render it. Boom, render. Okay. Now I'm rendering at 24-bit. So now I have that clear sound right here is rendering it. And once it finished rendering, okay, now I render. Now I just want to save it. Now I want to save it. I don't know what that is, the back over there. So I'm going to close that down. Let me play it again to make sure I got the right track. Okay, now let me render it again. Yo, it's never, you know, there's never a problem being a little over thorough. Okay, I rendered it again. Let me render it again. It's rendering here. Rendering. Once again, this is the WaveLab. I use it strictly for mastering. So now I rendered the track. Now let me save it. I save my tracks as wave, and I also save them as MP3. So when I get ready to upload, I have both files. Now you have to name your track. So when you upload it online, you'll know the track. I'm gonna name that one. I'm just gonna name it Tight. T-I-G-H-T. Tight. Now I'll go ahead, turn around. I'll save it. I'm saving it. It's called Tight. I saved it as a WAV file. Now I want to save it as an MP3. That way I'll have both files. You know, save time. If I need to upload an MP3, I'll have it. If I need to upload WAV, I'll have it. That was WAV. So now I scroll down. Boom. MP3. Save. You see here, down here is rendering. Down in the corner is rendering. Okay, that's it, you guys. That's a 10-minute video. And that's what you call mixing. Not mixing. I already mixed the track. I just mastered in WaveLab. Alright, peace. Like I promised, I said I'll be giving you videos every week. And that's the video for this week. Thanks. I'm out. Chin Checca. Check me out. I have new albums on cdbaby.com. My music is sold everywhere where music's sold. Go on YouTube /ChinChecker, Spotify /ChinChecker, iTunes /ChinChecker. Just Google me and get at your boy, man. I'm back at it. God bless. Later.